Welcome to Channel AMEC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested about migrate to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on a little bit on the side so once we have all the updates and news, you'll be the first one of getting all the insight. Now today's video is all about the visa delay, and how can you resolve this issue? Now, obviously, we've been dealing with the Department of Immigration, Home Affairs for almost 20 years. We know how to deal with it. But why didn't you, Carl, tell us how to deal with these delays in these 2 years? Now, I didn't want to do that because it's pandemic. It's the virus going around. It's the border restrictions, getting all the ways, and people, even if you got the visa, you cannot even go into Australia. So why bother, trying to complain and get the issue resolved, which you couldn't really get it during the past 24 months. But in this video, I'm gonna teach you how you can actually get it done. Why? Borders opened. There should not be no more delay, and plus start from 1st July, the new financial year, there's more than 30,000 placements is gonna shift it from partner visa and family related visa to the skill visa. So if you are lodging, or if you're prepared to lodge, or you have been lodged your skill visa, that include employment sponsored work visas and all the state nomination independent general skill migrations, and also the business innovation and investment visa, if you are in these categories, you're allowed to make a complaint to make the delay and backlog gone. Now, how are you going to do that? Now, first of all, obviously, you don't lodge it and then the next day you put in a complaint. Now, that won't work, and that will actually negatively affect your visa application. It has to be reasonable. All right. Now, this is not a video to teach you to abuse the system. If you do that, obviously your profile will be putting on the red alert, and obviously the government of Australia wouldn't like that to be happening, and you wouldn't like that to be happening, obviously. So we need to check whether you are within that reasonable time frame to make a complaint in regards to the delay of your visa. So first, what you need to do is, now this is a Google search, so I teach you how to do it. You need to basically search Home Affairs and then space global processing. Okay, so obviously you will land yourself into this web page. It says global visa processing time. Now, generally in a visa introductory page will obviously have that link to that processing page as well. And how are you going to use it? Obviously, once you click, you should be able to land yourself into this page, says visa processing time. All you need to do is you scroll down and see, for example, if you got a student visa application, it's been 3 months, for example, what do? Well, it's been so long, so you type in 500, or you can select the category that you're in, or basically type in the subclass. It's a quicker way to do it. Then obviously you will see all the 500 visas and its related subcategory, which they call stream, and then you check the timing there. Okay, so for example, if you're a postgraduate research sector, it should generally resolve 25% within 14 days and 90% within 6 months. See, is still a serious delay there, and it also have additional information. If you read here, it says right on top of my head, it says application which had been on hand while Australian border were closed now being finalized. As the older application are being finalized, published processes have increased. Application lodged recently are being finalized quickly. 75%. Application laws since 15th of December 2021 were finalized before 28th of February. So as you can see, there is some information there, and if you have filed a higher education, which is university related, it's the same, 11 days, 25% of the application, and 6 months, and the messages is also there. It's the same as what we have just read. So what about others? Let's have a look. What about 482? Okay, so as you can see, it provides the information, and you see the major delay. Now, key here is if your wait time have not exceed this period of time. So for example, 482 short term, if you have been waiting for more than 15 months, then obviously you will have the reason to lodge complaint. If you only waited for about 6 months, I would say if you lodge a complaint, that will not work, and that will put a red alert on your profile, which is the thing that you don't want to do. Okay, so this is how you practice, and how you actually handle this matter. Now, second thing obviously is once you find out whether you're within the reasonable processing time, and if your wait time have exceeded that processing time, what do you do? Okay, now next, what you need to do is you go to Google again, and all you need to do is you punch in the search bar within it and put it in Home Affairs and then global feedback. So instead of global processing, now this time you replace processing into feedback as one word, and then you should end yourself with this result on the complaint, and suggestion page. Now, very interestingly, how the government of Australia named this page, with the first thing is compliment. Well, I certainly, in my almost 20 years of practice, I haven't seen anyone trying to put compliment for the Australian government. Anyway, let's jump into that page and have a look. So again, you can see that there. Let's move that into the middle. So you'll see this page. They call it a 2-minute survey, as you can see it up here. Well, anyway, it says compliment, complaint, and suggestion. Well, generally, I haven't seen anyone trying to put compliment for the Australian government, or any government. Indeed, there's always and usually, I would say 90% plus suggestion and complaints. So there's a lot of read. Now you may, you should take time. Well, they want you to read them, so you take it seriously. But obviously what you need to do is you scroll down. After you read all that stuff, you click on next. Then it will ask you, have you read them? All those information up there. If you have, you need to click those buttons. And another thing is, do you wish to report fraud, criminal, or suspicious behavior? Now that's into another. For example, you notice someone is unlawful, or some criminal activities in regards to visas or things like that, human trafficking, things like that. I certainly haven't seen any of that conducts. But anyway, usually you would take no. And then, do you require technical support? Technical support is more about when you go in the system and system won't work. Now, if that's a technical support complaint, you can put it there, or suggestion. And if you put no, then it will ask you, do you have any inquiry status update regarding service or product offer by the department, including ABF. Now, this one, then you will put, basically, you put yes of things, and then you select visa, and then you go submit. Or this is, I think this is a tricky question. Now, a lot of people will stop here because that not allowing you to actually put in the detail. So what you need to do at this radio button here, you should really tick no. Okay, then you see this. Okay, then you see this page. Obviously, it's about your visa delay and backlog. You click on visa. And then obviously you don't want to click on compliment or suggestion, because if you put that there, that's end of the form. You need to click on the complaint, and then the last one, it asks you, do you want to be known, or do you want to remain anonymous? It's really up to you. Okay, so remain anonymous, and then it says all that thing, and then you click on next. Then the next thing here that you need to do is obviously you select whether or not you're a visa applicant, and then you select the visa category that you're in. Then it should go next, and it will prompt you all the reference number and what is happening there. And once you click all that and you click on submit, that form will actually go. Now, where do we go after this? Now, generally, the global feedback team does not respond efficient enough, but it does really respond. Sometimes for visa application that have a huge backlog, it may wait for 3-6 months. But for a generic visa applications, I would say within a month you should receiving the information. Now, after you click on submit, you obviously get a reference number. So if you do want to submit more feedback or complaint, you can refer back to that complaint reference number. Then that will actually accumulate it in a way that the government actually act for you. Now, this global feedback unit is within the immigration's department, but it's a more independent sector or division that monitors all the other administrative and executive arms of the departments. So you actually help and supervise, not really supervise, but help in a way a third party to actually push your application forward. Anyway, so today this video provides you how you can actually find out whether your visa application has been really in a delay situation that can trigger a potential complaint to be made that will actually assist your visa application to be finalized sooner. Anyway, should you have more question or query, more than welcome to leave a comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.